Welcome, everyone, to our AAUW program, co-sponsored by the Northwest Suburban Branch and the Jane Addams Branch. Barbie and Ken, a gender roles discussion. Our agenda for this evening begins with some movie reviews, followed by a survey of your own opinions and who you viewed the movie with. Then we'll get into our discussion of questions from the movie and about gender roles. Here are some of the reviews we're going to present. Time magazine said, very pretty, but not very deep. The reviewer on the Roger Ebert website said, a visual feast that succeeds as both a gleeful escape and a battle cry. The New York Times reviewer said, out of the box and on the road. Ms. Magazine said Greta Gerwig pushes a message of feminist disruption into the mainstream. Rolling Stone described the movie as the most subversive blockbuster of the 21st century. And a TikTok user, Connor, was surprised by his father's positive review. So we'll share that with you. So let's begin with Time magazine. Very pretty, but not very deep. The fallacy of Barbie the doll is that she's supposed to be both the woman you want to be and your friend. A molded chunk of plastic in a brocade evening dress or a doctor's outfit, or even Jane Goodall's hyper-practical safari suit. It's true that Barbie, the movie, does many of the things we've been promised. There is much mocking and loving of Barbie, and plenty of skewering of the suits. But none of those things make it subversive. Instead, it's a movie that's enormously pleased with itself, one that has cut a big slice of perfectly molded plastic cake and eaten it, or pretended to eat it too. The things that are good about Barbie end up being steamrolled by all the things this movie is trying hard to be. Barbie never lets us forget how clever it's being every exhausting minute. Meanwhile, we're left with Barbie the movie, a mosaic of many shiny bits of cleverness with not that much to say. The reviewer on Roger Ebert's website described the movie as a visual feast that succeeds as both a gleeful escape and a battle cry. This summer splash is a dazzling achievement, both technically and in tone, so crammed with impeccable attention to detail that you couldn't possibly catch it all in a single sitting. The costume and production design are constantly clever and colorful, befitting the ever-evolving icon. And the cinematographer gives everything a glossy gleam. They've brought these figures to life with infectious energy and a knowing wink. Barbie can be hysterically funny with giant laugh-out-loud moments generously scattered throughout. They come from the insularity of an idyllic pink-hued realm and the physical comedy of fish-out-of-water moments and choice pop culture references. This movie acknowledges Barbie's unrealistic physical proportions and the kinds of very real body issues they can cause, while celebrating her role as a feminist icon. If a crowd-pleasing extravaganza can offer some fodder for thoughtful conversations afterwards, it's accomplished several goals at once, like sneaking spinach into your kids' brownies, or in this case, blondies. The New York Times review title was Out of the Box and on the Road. She's in the driver's seat, headed for uncharted territory, flat feet. The movie introduces Barbie on yet another perfect day in Barbie Land, in which dolls played by humans exist in what resembles a Toyland gated community. There, framed by a painted mountain range, Barbie and a diverse group of Barbies rule, living in homes with few exterior walls, with their flat roofs, clean lines, and pink decor. This change to Barbie's body is played for laughs, and the other Barbies are horrified. Soon, Barbie, with Ken, journeys into something like reality. That is, they land in Los Angeles. It reads like a puckish joke. There, Barbie is astonished to discover sexism, and Ken is delighted to discover patriarchy, revelations that generate further comedy and something like enlightenment. Gerwig does much within the material's inherently commercial parameters, though it isn't until the finale, capped by a sharply funny, philosophically expansive last line, that you see what she could have been. In Ms. Magazine, the reviewer says Greta Gerwig pushes a message of feminist disruption into the mainstream. There is no shortage of excitement, criticism, love, fury, and a range of in-between emotions about the doll Barbie, both celebrating and deconstructing her. Most moviegoers left the theater beaming with joy at their icon's unexpected heroine's journey. This mirroring of two worlds becomes highly meta and allows Gerwig to confront a range of responses to the doll, including the generational divide between mother, who loves Barbie and works as an assistant at Mattel, and is named Gloria, and her teenage daughter, who has no trouble detailing the negative influences pinned on Barbie. This willingness to press hard into the definitions of gender stereotyping, to examine power, and as Ken later cries and Barbie apologizes to him for her dismissal of his feelings, opens up new models that release from the Uber model of femininity and masculinity. Gerwig pushes her message of disruption as far as she can. She is reckoning with her legacy and rewriting the script through active questioning and engagement. With a legacy plus great costumes and some fun song and dance scenes, it's a huge start. And Rolling Stone called it the most subversive blockbuster of the 21st century. It's it's a long commercial for a legacy corporate brand and a pretty in pink FU to the patriarchy. It is Barbie, hear it roar, It's tough to sell a decades-old doll and actively make you question why you'd still buy a toy that comes with so much baggage. The Lady Bird director wasn't going to just toe the party line. She would have her own agenda here, smuggled under the cover of pastel-colored brand nostalgia. The fourth wave feminism call is coming from inside the Malibu dream house. Barbie definitely makes good on that promise, which still doesn't quite prepare you for what feels like the most subversive blockbuster of the 21st century to date. This is a saga of self-realization, filtered through both the spirit of free play and the sense that it's not all fun and games in the real world. A doll's story that continually drifts into the territory of a doll's house. A big movie can still have big ideas in 2023. And TikTok user Connor was surprised when his father said Barbie was a superhero movie, but better. Connor's father said he now thinks about time in segments of before Barbie and after Barbie. He describes Barbie as a superhero movie, but better because she is more powerful than Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, etc. Because she uses her EQ, emotional quotient, thoughts, senses, feelings, intellect, courage, confidence, and love. She is much more than a three-dimensional character.